Good day, everyone. Today, we'll be going over the files of SCP-695, Eels. First thing to note, I will be putting a level 3 accessibility to this video log. There is a memetic tracker within this video, and if you are caught without proper security clearance, you will be amnestized. Containment class, Euclid. These aren't listed, but perceived disruption class, I'd say, will be bomb, and risk class is warning. Special containment procedure. Units of SCP-695 are to be contained in freshwater tanks. No more than 10 members are in any single tank. All water used in containment tanks are to be used from enclosed systems away from any outside systems, with all water being added manually into the system. Tank seals are to be checked daily. All signs of leakage, wear, and attacks are to be immediately reported to site security and repaired. Staff working with or around SCP or in the containment area are to be in full hazmat gear at all times. Staff physically handling the SCP may only do so in 10-minute increments, with a 30-minute break for examination and observation. Staff failing to clear examination are to be removed immediately to quarantine. Any SCP-659 colonies found outside of the containment are to be immediately sterilized. Any and all subjects found to be harboring any SCP-695 are to be entered into quarantine for observation. Subjects found unsuitable for testing are to be sterilized. Description: SCP-695 appears to be a form of hermaphroditic parasitic eel. It has a multi-stage life cycle that uses humans as primary hosts. Investigation shows that the SCP is a result of genetic tampering, with several aspects of its physiology behavior showing evidence of non-natural evolution. In several genetic sequences, matching those of SCP-1238, 1340, and 1821. SCP-695 is capable of sustaining survival outside of a host, appearing to rely primarily on smell and electromagnetic sensitivity. Juveniles are between 3 to 5 centimeters long, or about 1 to 2 inches, with the average diameter being about 0.5 centimeters. It resembles the adult but with translucent skin and bones. The adults are between 10 to 15 centimeters, or about 4 to 6 inches, with a diameter of 2 centimeters. Adults have a thin, angular head with several needle-like teeth and flat eyes in line with the head. They have several hook-like fins down the length of their body, and can use these for both aquatic and land-based movement, or even anchoring inside a body. They have 6 glands along their spine. These glands emit enzymes and complex molecular compounds that mimic neurochemical signals. These chemicals have a marked effect on the human nervous system, which are capable of blocking and replacing conscious nerve impulses. The correct combination and dosage of these chemicals are still under investigation, but initial tests show that these chemicals short and redirect all action. Example on file: subject will make a conscious effort to raise their hand but instead stand up. These chemicals metabolize within 10 minutes without any constant injection, and are untraceable by modern medical equipment. The espionage and military applications of these chemicals are currently under investigation. Addendum: SCP-695 was initially recovered from Japan after a report of an outbreak of worms have reached the local media. The primary colony of the SCP was found in
Data expunged.
freshwater. It appeared that the colony was attempting to migrate into the city plumbing and sewer system, but was prevented due to the topography of the lakes. 27 SCP-695, 4 male hosts, and 1 female host were recovered for testing. The rest were terminated. And now the reason why this is level 3. The life cycle. Juvenile 695 exists free swimming in freshwater lakes and streams. They will attempt to enter male hosts when in the same waters, via mouth, nose, anus, and urethra. Once inside the body, 695 will infest the reproductive and nervous system, while at the same time gestate into its adult form. This process typically takes 2 to 3 weeks. Infected subjects will begin to experience twitching, burning, intense thirst, light sensitivity, audio and visual hallucinations, and increased aggression. The host will begin to experience a steady increase of libido, coupled with a swelling in the genitals. After reaching maturity, they will begin spawning within the body, with the eggs migrating to the urethra canal after being laid. Genital swelling will increase with the buildup of eggs. Tissue rupture has been noted. During the spawning period, SCP-695 will consume blood and nerve tissue from the host's body. When the host encounters a human female, they will begin to extrude several chemical compounds directly into the nervous system and bloodstream. The male host will experience a mass increase in both aggression and libido, which often ends in a violent assault, and eventually attempting to have their way with them. If unsuccessfully successful, they will release about 2 to 3 eggs. After breeding, they begin to die off due to the necrotic tissue within the host body. And due to the loss of the created chemical, the host typically dies off after 24 hours after the final spawning. 695 eggs will then travel to the female host's digestive and reproductive systems. They will adhere and begin to gestate, hatching within 48 to 72 hours. The larvae appear to be long thread-like worms, which are typically 4 to 8 centimeters in length, or about 1.5 to 3 inches. They may be visible within stool and vaginal secretions. They will begin feeding on tissue, blood, and other body components, causing internal bleeding, abdominal pain, and infection. The larva will reach the juvenile stage within 72 hours. And as it grows, it will eat more, which will cause more swelling and more discomfort. Bursting out of my chest, discomfort. After 72 hours, the juvenile will begin to exit the body. Abdominal area rupture happens often due to the size, but if not that, then by vaginal, anal, or oral. Emerging SCP-695 will then feed on the female host for several hours, then propel themselves with their hook fins to the closest body of water. They are extremely resilient in all stages of life, and are capable of indefinite survival in any environment present within a human body. Direct fire application has shown significant success in sterilizing both hosts and the SCP. Document XR0OD. Very interesting research log. Since there has been so many infections and escape attempts, further research was ordered, specifically on the chemical produced in the nervous system of SCP-695. It appears having 15 or more of them together increases their intelligence. With their special nervous system, it seems that they can create a hive mind, often balling into one mass, releasing chemicals all over each other. The mass emits chemicals and electromagnetic pulses that makes humans want to interact with eels, overriding their natural human will. Instead of doing that stupid thing, you'll want to hold them, swim with them, or even eat them, don't you? Whoa, did y'all feel that? No one felt that? That was wild. Stay away from the eels. Of course, the Foundation wants to control the chemical. Communication tests have been slow progression. As they show increased intelligence, they only care about reproduction, feeding, and expansion. 695 seems to often try to extend its life expectancy. It seems to like being human. Testing is still ongoing with 2 hosts at each spawning period. They say they would have a better way to produce the chemical within a year by their time. Theories. Depending on how late to the party I am, they probably already have it. Probably struck a deal with them. You be human, we get goo. But I see a small hole in that problem, because I'm pretty sure that goo is the eel's nervous system melding out of its body, which in hindsight sounds cool and dangerous, which is really stupid. They don't want to be your companion, they want to be you. Don't do it.